Good morning, everybody. How are you? My little boy here had his breakfast and some love. Oh boy. Little for me. Family, if you have sound sensitivity, please turn your volume down now as I'm going to ring the singing bowl for a little bit, just to kind of open everything up. Thanks for being here, everybody. I really appreciate your presence and the support of this channel. I'm very grateful that the messages are helpful to many of you. Thanks for being here. Let's tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with you this morning. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. What storyline would you like to share with the collective this morning? Collective energy, please, Spirit. And the central energy. In the central energy, we've got the Hierophant reversed. A rebellion. What did they call that? Some sort of betrayal. It was a somebody was entrusted with something. And they betrayed the trust. They separated themselves from the one who gave them that honor. They decided to go according to their own beliefs. Challenged by? Seven of Cups. They got lost in an illusion, in a fantasy. In the subconscious. They're thinking of the Queen of Pentacles, a supportive mother figure. In the recent past. Page of Swords in the upright. Somebody's wanting to come, or they wanted to come forward energized to have a talk, to chat. Intentions and expectations. Three of Wands. To gain an opportunity. In the near future. Ten of Cups reversed. Broken home, loss of family, divorce, and a lack of stability. The lens it's being looked through. Ten of Pentacles, an inheritance. They're looking at your inheritance. They're looking at wealth, at fortune, and family tradition. Disappointed. They have to walk away. And that's the truth. In the environment, Page of Wands on the upright. You're confident, you're fearless, you're enthusiastic about this new journey. You've got your Nine of Cups. Hopes and fears. Knight of Swords. Somebody wants to come in and play hero. Be assertive with you. Over the money. And the outcome. Judgment. King of Wands is here, a natural leader, loyal, bringing a tower. The Magician is bringing in, through willpower of the Divine Fathers, I believe, this love, the partnership, and the love that has been brutally traumatized by this person who got lost in a fantasy is being restored. Union will have romance and love, respect, honor, a return. You are battle worn, and it's time to heal with new love. The High Priestess is here. Protective and conservative. And those who brought you hardship will be experiencing it in this new beginning. You're going to get a 9 of Pentacles. You've got 9 of Pentacles, you've got 10 of Pentacles, and you've got 9 of Cups out here. These ones are being released and stuck at a crossroad. Because the Divine Fathers know the truth. The sun has shone on everything. And whoever did this to you needs to get battle ready, because they're going to get abandoned by those fathers, the Divine Fathers, who are strong. They're coming at them strongly with judgment. Everything's coming back into alignment. All of the fathers, upper and lower and everywhere in between, are putting the fabric of this back together. You see, they happen to care about the divine in this realm. And this one has been dragging it down to hell. With some illusion, some personal fantasy that they thought would be really great to get all this money. They've got habitual patterns and other habits that they will never change. They're wrapped up in the delusion thoroughly. Regarding irreplaceable unions, they have a fantasy, an illusion, a delusion on how this ought to be handled, and they've got habitual patterns according to their own personal beliefs that are separated from the Most High. These guys got separated. The upper and the lower are no longer combined in this person. They fell. They fell. And they decided to drag these unions through an illusion, through a fantasy, through shitstorms. For money. Their mother could have led them down this path. They want to escape. In the recent past, somebody wants to talk. They've been found unworthy. Intentions and expectations. There's an opportunity here. The sun is rising, and they're daydreaming about this opportunity. They know that you're the one who will bring it to them. They don't have a 10 of cups. They've lost everything. They've been cut off from the Most High. They decided to fall and drag the entire realm with them for money. So now they've lost everything. And they're confused because they're in an illusion. You've got a 10 of Pentacles here. Your inheritance is here. And they're very disappointed and sad and regret because the truth is known. This inheritance doesn't belong to them. They got secrets. The truth has been revealed about their secrets. And everybody knows it. And they're in regret. You have a confident new journey ahead of you. You are fearless and you're enthusiastic. You're moving forward and you've got your 9 of Cups. You have accomplished something great. And they're chasing after you. Wanting to play hero. And they're lying. Whatever comes out of their mouth, whatever actions they take, it's a lie to create more of an illusion. Because that's what they operate from. And they're under judgment. They want forgiveness. They chose to walk away from the Most High. They chose to put their own personal beliefs in the form of a delusion, a painful delusion, upon couples, upon families. For money. And it's time. It's too late for them to take any action. They've made their choice. This morning as I was getting ready in the bathroom, the song, "If I could turn back time, if I could find a way." But there's no time. There's no more time. They sabotage themselves for money. And they don't know what to do. They're overwhelmed because they don't have any light in them. And you are in an inseparable union. It could be that whoever you are connected to the Most High intimately, like you have connected there. And through you, there is an understanding of what's been happening here. I really believe that the Most High sees through and hears through the divine children. And so what you have witnessed, what you have heard through this inseparable union, the Most High has also heard and has a complete understanding of what these ones have been doing here. They didn't appreciate you. And so they will be feeling your absence. There's unfinished business for these egoic people who've been using sex to do harm in this realm. It's a new chapter. They are feeling the damage that they have caused, and your heart will mend. These third-party enemies are unsatisfied with what they've got going on because you are entering your destiny in a true commitment with the divine. All the fathers, in the uppers and the lowers, everywhere between, and the divine mothers who hold this fabric of the multiverse together are here, committed with you for this new chapter. And these ones want to run away. They miss their opportunity to reunite with the Most High and to have a responsible soul contract. They're reminiscing about all the inside jokes that they were doing, trying to destroy irreplaceable unions. And the truth has been revealed. And they are being held back. They are guilty for neglecting these connections. They're feeling broken and shattered about it. They don't deserve to have contact with you. Of course, they're disagreeing. This is an unexpected outcome. All brought on by your ability to self-love, to self-care, to self-heal, to fill up your love cup, to fill it up so much that you had access to share with the world, even though you were being abused and your relationships were under attack by some mental freaking illusion that these ones were putting into the world. People are talking about it. People are talking about them being detached from soul ties. They made mistakes, and they're being separated. Maybe they're going into solitary confinement. I don't know. They're in regret. They, on the shadow side, want to have a conversation. You never gave up hope. And perhaps they're hoping that you will allow them back in, promising to reciprocate in a good way. And that's just a lie. That's just a lie. They don't have the capacity. They are stuck so far into this illusion, into this story. They will never change these habits. They just won't. No matter what they say, they're not going to change. They can't. They've separated themselves from the upper. They've separated themselves from the Most High. They took it upon themselves to call themselves God and to behave atrociously in this world. And the beautiful thing about this for you is that you didn't step into judgment. No matter how many years you may have suffered at the hands of this, no matter how much tenderness had been stripped out of your life, you decided to pour into self, and you knew that tenderness existed in this world because you were capable of giving it to you, and you did. And you brought yourself out of this. You brought yourself into connection with the Most High. And you withstood the attacks. You withstood the pain. Knowing that you were expanding and gaining. You probably recognized your ability to transmute this dense energy at some point. You had to learn how. Or be drowned by it. You didn't get militant. You didn't go dark. You didn't seek revenge. You didn't get angry. You didn't spew hatred into the world. You turned inward. And you loved on yourself. And through that inward love, it seeped out of you into the world. And this was your application in all of this illusion and delusion and pain. You brought it in. You transmuted it and you put it back out as love. You brought it in, you loved yourself enough to transmute that pain, and then you put the love back out in the world. Over and over again. And you left judgment for the divine. As you were instructed to persevere, to expand in knowledge and awareness, and to leave judgment and the delivery of karmic justice to the divine. While loving yourself like no one else could, except for the divine. You let the divine in you love you. While these imitations were trying to destroy you. So the divine is very much connected to you, very much intimate with the knowings of what has been happening. And it's just time for a shift. Vengeance belongs to the Lord. You don't go... And the Lord works in tandem with the below. It's the process. What goes up and what goes down. It's a union, a very intimate union, and it's a very necessary connection. For the fabric that we weave together so that it remains balanced, harmonized, and the middle realm remains clean, where people can come in and be tested. Where are you going to go? Are you going to go here? Or are you going to go here? The choice is yours. So this Hierophant reversed here has habits they'll never change. They've proven it cycle after cycle within the bigger cycle. They betrayed the Most High. They rebelled and decided they were going to be God. And now they're in fear. And now they're in fear. They're challenged by the fantasy, by the illusion, by the delusion that they were putting upon irreplaceable unions. The destruction that they were doing within the fields of relationship for money. Oh. Those who are not your friends will be met with death. Those who are not friends of irreplaceable unions. Those who have been putting them into fantasies and delusions and illusions to take advantage of their opportunities. Those who are not your friend, they will be met with death. For what they have done here. Queen of Pentacles wants to escape. She could be this Hierophant's mother. She's guilty. She helped lead this person down the wrong path. They lost sight of what was important. In their responsibilities of managing the realm, you know, they're the guardian, the one who was left to oversee things, and they went to their head. They took themselves as like a managing, out of the managing process, and made themselves the Most High and the Most Low. They said, I am that. But it wasn't that at all. They were in service to that which they betrayed and claimed ownership of the title. They have to accept the things that they cannot change. They are not in purpose. They didn't honor their purpose. They got lost in an illusion and they wanted to spend money, and now they want to escape the judgment of the divine. The divine that they stole the identity of. They tried to steal the identity of the Divine Father. They have to accept that they got lost. They did not fulfill their purpose. They rebelled and they betrayed the Most High and the family. They want to come forward and talk, but they've been found unworthy of this privilege. Blame. They have to accept responsibility for their own well-being. They've been making everyone in this world, it's like they feel that what belongs to you belongs to them, because the Most High put them in this role to manage these situations. So they just decided everything was theirs. And that you were nothing more than somebody here to blame for their shitty behavior, while they siphoned your goodness out. And I believe that there was faulty communications going on about how far the divine in this realm had fallen. And it was all due to this illusion, confusion, that this one put into the world with the use of their mother, leading them down this path of greed and need. They're daydreaming of going on an adventure, of being successful. They're trying to come up with a plan. And they've been denied. There's an adventure here and they're longing for it, but they've been denied. 10 of Cups reversed. They've lost everything and they're confused. This individual and their mother led people down the wrong path. It could be that there was a lot of folks who thought they were doing the right thing, that they thought that being brutal was the way to go. No common sense, no connection to the Most High. If they had that connection, they would know that there's no greater goal than to love. But they got lost, being led by this one and their mother. See, growth. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. So these ones are confused about your growth. They don't understand where you are, how this happened, because all they know is this atrocity. But you took a different path, one that they're unfamiliar with, and you expanded and grew beyond what they had tried to force upon you, their own misery. You're coming into an inheritance, a 10 of Pentacles, and these ones are disappointed and in regret because the truth is known. Their secrets are all out. What they were doing to gain abundance from limitless beings. These 10 of Pentacles belong to you. And they tried once again to take it and pretend that they were all that. You're going on a confident new journey. You're fearless. You're enthusiastic. You have your 9 of Cups. You're full of love. And you have accomplished something great here. You came up against an entire realm that had been trained to operate out of this person's personal beliefs. They've been trained to call themselves God. They've been trained under the illusion that the entire wealth of this realm belonged to them, that it was theirs. They're under judgment, chasing after you because you're free and you're healthy. They want your forgiveness. No. Forgiveness to them is a permission to continue abusing you. This Hierophant took forgiveness, took absolution, and flipped it. And it wasn't just forgiveness, okay, don't go out and sin anymore. It was like, okay, permission to continue being a jackass. That's what this one did with that absolution. They twisted it with dishonesty. So now they're wanting to come forward and play hero. You know, they've been thinking that they were God this whole time. So now they got to come in and they got to show the world that they really were, right? So they're going to want to come in and play hero. They're lying. They're lying. And everybody knows the truth. Everybody can see right through it. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So this person's going to come in, play hero. They're going to rattle off a bunch of lies. But you are aware that even though these ones are lying, and you know very well they're lying, you're picking up. Your intuition is connected to the Most High. You're very connected. You know the truth of it. You can see right through their lies. And you're calling judgment on it. And since you are, they're like, oh, forgiveness, forgiveness. But what they mean is, can I continue doing what I'm doing? Let me do it. And they have to surrender their need to control. It's time for peace. It's time for you to use your gifts of the soul that benefit you and others to bring peace. Focusing on the lighter side of life like you always do. You have been balancing out this crap, this low vibrational crap. And you have been transmuting this garbage while being energy harvested and mind effed by those who claim they are the Most High, and they're simply not. They were given a job and they failed. They went brutal. They went brutal. Power went to their head and they went brutal on everybody. And there's going to be a change for these envious people. See, they're guilty and in doubt. With discipline, they instilled doubt into relationship. With discipline, they mind-effed people throughout. They use technologies and other methods of inserting themselves into the mental body and disturbing relationships that were meant for the higher good. They're guilty of that, of instilling doubt in relationships that were meant for the higher good. And they did it with discipline. This is how they operated their system. By destroying unions. And guess what? They failed with their adversity. Because inherently, you are love, and you know that there's no greater goal than to love. You never lost it. You didn't go crazy. They're in grief. In their mind, they're in big grief. They're feeling loneliness. It could be that they're being put in solitary confinement, that they're losing all of their connections, their telepathy connections. It could be that they're losing all of that opportunity because they have abused that space for so long. So they're going into solitary confinement so that those who have empathy and gratitude can be free of their presence and input. They're going to be made to where they can't access the field of collective awareness anymore. They're going into solitary confinement. And we're going to go back to a status of health. Healthy minds, healthy bodies, healthy relationships. Those who are prideful want forgiveness. But you're trusting your inner voice, and you know that this is happening because it's in divine order. And you're like, you know Heavenly Father's here. You know that the divine is present here setting things right. You already know that. And these ones don't know what to do because you're so damn courageous. You didn't give up. You didn't go crazy. You didn't go flinging your light in a terrible way in this world. You did not become a destroyer. You remained as you are, happy, persevering. And they're in regret because you are balanced and you feel good when you can help others. You are here in service to others. You're not in service to self. You're not greedy or needy or selfish. You're balanced. And they're worried about this because they're not balanced. They fell. They separated themselves from the upper and claimed to be that. And you know, Heavenly Father, at one time, I heard, because I was, suffering and praying, and he said, the people must be tested. And the inner me said, I understand, but the outer me is like, I don't understand. But the inner, my spirit, understands, This is the middle ground where everyone decides where are they going to reside. Are they going to remain balanced? Or are they going to fall? Or are they going to rise? What vibration are they going to align with? Where do you belong? You've got this middle ground that decides that. Everybody's getting an opportunity in this middle ground to choose over and over and over again what they want to align themselves with. Are they going to be in balance and harmony, or are they going to go cruel and fall and just be this? That's what they did. And it's not like it's a mistake, It's not like it was just a one-time thing and I'm sorry, No, this was over and over and over. And then the ego got bigger and bigger and bigger, and the crimes got more drastic and severe, and the suffering grew in this massive thing. And it was all due to this person's pride. They were supposed to be the guide. And they led everybody down the path of darkness. They disconnected them from the Most High, and they led them down a path of destruction. And they're in fear now because you are worth saving. They can't have you. They can't feast on you and your fear and your pain energy anymore. You are being preserved. These ones are challenged because of the fantasies, the illusions that they weaved regarding these unions. I think that they were telling the Most High that you were all third-party little hoe bags, that nobody wanted to be honoring in these unions. And it was all a lie because they had you all in solitary confinement, telepathically disconnected. They put blockages on your heart and everywhere, trying to throw you into the depths while they rose and told God how great they were. But it's seen through you that they were never your friend, and they're going to be met with death, a severe ending. According to divine fathers, it's a severe bruising that's coming their way. So I don't know that it's going to be an actual death. They may want to die. You triumph. The irreplaceable unions that never gave up are triumphing over this nightmare. Those who were not your friends will be met with death. The fathers of the high, the fathers of the low are riding the scales of balance. They're all working together to bring balance to this circumstance. It's wild how they would attempt to cut everybody off in this realm from the entirety of the multiverse and say, this is it. This is the center of the multiverse, and it's cruel, and it's harsh, and it's ugly. And you deserve it because the mother ate an apple. You persevered through this challenge. This Queen of Pentacles, whoever this Hierophant's mother is, wants to escape. They have to accept the fact that they lost their way. They did not fulfill their purpose. And you triumphed over this. You persevered. And you're coming into your real estate. You're worth saving. You're going to get your house. See, these ones wanted people homeless, suffering, unable to make ends meet or even eat. And what about the children of these people? They didn't care at all. It was their duty to provide stability within the minds and the hearts and the family. And instead, they delivered a nightmare. Blaming you for their shame. They're furious because they're seen as unworthy. They want to come talk. They feel they should be able to blame you for what they got going on. It's this delusion that they've been wrapped up in. This habitual thought pattern that they can't escape from. They're trapped in that. They have the daydream that they're going to be successful and go on an adventure on your pain and suffering, but they're being denied by the Heavenly Fathers. And they want to apologize. There's no apology sufficient. You can't take back, you can't give people back what you took. You can't even sufficiently pay for what you took. I don't think a severe bruising is going to cover it. I just don't. They're confused because they're losing all their wealth. They're losing their family members. They're losing their stability. And you are growing. It was all a fantasy. A fantasy. This Hierophant led everybody down a path of illusion and delusion, as though they were like the authority. So you're coming into your inheritance, and they're sad and in regret because they failed to be seen as this wonderful Hierophant. The truth is revealed about their secrets and how they went about gaining abundance from limitless beings. And justice is being served. Confident new journey, enthusiastic. You got your 9 of Cups here. You're wealthy. These people who are chasing you are under judgment. But you're ready for that. You're ready. You know they're coming. You know they want to chase after you. They're under judgment. They want to escape. They need to be covered by your forgiveness. They need you to give them absolution. Because absolution truly comes from you who are connected to the Most High. Only you, in tune with your intuition, can see the right and the wrong in a situation and properly discern. And you're ready for this. You know they're going to come forward and try to be covered by your forgiveness for all the crime and the pain and the trauma that they've put into this world. For all of the wealth that they stole out of the family units and the child's future. So they want to come forward and play hero, and they want to do so by telling lies. They want to take direct action. They want to be assertive with your honest disposition. You already know the truth. And so do they. It could be that they want to come forward and confess their dishonesty. They might want to come forward and say, oh yeah, I've been lying this whole time. But you already know. You already know. Cycle after cycle has gone by. You've been observing the whole time. And suffering. And transmuting the pain of it. Gaining awareness, gaining insight, gaining intimate knowledge of how they've been operating in this realm. And sharing that with the divine through your connection. He has eyes everywhere because he's looking through you and your experiences. These ones thought they had you in solitary confinement, completely cut off from God. They thought that they had God wrapped up in an illusion. God's calling judgment. And these ones want forgiveness, but they have to surrender their need to control. They have to surrender their need to control caring families. Get out of their heads. Get out of their houses. Get out of their lives. This person has no business being in this family unit or recommending anything to them or manipulating them in any way. They have to surrender their need to control this. They're sick. They're mentally sick. They're weak. They gained all their strength by making you suffer. You are seen as high value, and you are going to get your family, your beautiful, faithful family that you can have complete blind trust and faith in. It's eternal love. You're high value. And you are getting aid. You are being shown a mercy from the Father and the Mother, the Divine. And all the realms are here together to make certain that their family comes together and experiences love. Like they should have a long time ago. And those ones who were robbing you and causing you confusion will be confined. because they collaborated with each other to do rituals against your vow to each other and to the divine, to spirit. They didn't just brutalize your relationship with your husband or wife and your children. They brutalized your connection to the Most High, to the spiritual realms, to your ancestors. They were doing rituals. And now they're going to suffer a natural disaster. They're going to be put at risk, and they were going to have to survive it alone, without a foundation, without a support system, without anybody caring about what's happening to them. And this is the conclusion. You have gained. And you will have sweet dreams. While these ones, this whole third wheel enemy friendship group, experiences the stress that they put your marriage through. The marriage between you and the Most High, the marriage between you and life itself, the marriage between you and your ancestors. They were wearing masks trying to separate you. They wanted everybody to see you as this atrocious, horrible thing. And they're protesting because you never stopped loving yourself, which means their strategy failed. And it's time for those who have earned merit, those who have proven themselves to be a gift into the world, who can remain calm through extreme adversity, to have some fun. They're embarrassed because you have a promise of a new family tree. You're entering into your reward. You've reached your goals, despite the efforts by these crooked ones to bring you down and eliminate all of your opportunities for goodness. You're getting it anyway. You will have your adventure. And these ones will have their curses and their rejection that they wanted for you. They wanted you homeless. They wanted you rejected. They wanted you without any, they didn't want you to receive any tenderness whatsoever. And this is what they're going to get. They are being stopped from messing with your peace. The alliances are here on behalf of the sweethearts. Working diligently for family, for friends, for harmony. And these ones who used prayer to cause you loss want to compromise. I don't know who they were praying to. They weren't praying to the divine. But they have a memory of everything, all the conflict that they brought, and now they're in conflict, and it's fate. It's fate. The coach had everybody blinded. They were blind. And now those who took bribes to cause you fright and disturbances, supernatural disturbances, this is on them now. This is on them. They're disturbed now. This was the life that they were living in spewing it into the world, and now all of that is being returned to them. The work of their own hand shall supply their own reward. They thought it was a great idea, and they fell into a trap and got bound to their commitments. And there's death. A miracle. Anybody who has any kind of evidence against them for causing you danger will get it in return. They were trying to dominate your blessings out of pride. But you're okay. You remained stable through their nutty behavior. They went loco, but you remained stable. You didn't go crazy throughout this nightmare. You remained stable. You proved to the divine that you have everything within you to withstand horrible, atrocious behavior from those who were supposed to care for you and lead you down a righteous path. You lived and you learned, and so will they, because now they're overwhelmed by everything that they put into the world. It's all coming back to them as a reward for their effort. And the sad thing about it is they cut themselves off from the very one who could help them. In a big way. They were so disrespectful to the family of the divine. So the divine is handling it in tandem with the below. A family throughout all levels of the realms, all levels within the multiverse, every dimension, every timeline, it's all intimately woven together. There's a sweetheart in the house. There's a sweetheart in the house, and they're in fear. Sweetheart in the house. Saving. These ones are challenged by that illusion that they've been bringing upon irreplaceable unions, who triumphed over that. These ones who are not your friends are going to be experiencing death. These servants, whoever they were serving, whatever God they were praying to and drumming up all this fear and trauma energy for, they're going to be experiencing death. This Queen of Pentacles, which could be the mother figure of this one, I feel her as, she's very old. And she's been living off the vitality of others for a long time. I feel she may be a shapeshifter. She has to accept the fact that she did not fulfill her purpose. You were able to persevere, and you're coming into your wealth. You're getting your real estate. Melancholy. And you're not in melancholy. You're not sad about it. This will be a very good thing for you. They've been found unworthy. They're furious. They're furious because Divine Father, Divine Mother, and everyone in between, I believe, that is in harmony within the weave. They're furious because they're aware of the illusion. And there is a wedding. This wedding could be the people reunited with the Most High. Like the solitary confinement is coming off. The people who have been locked down in this state of misery, being mentally manipulated to be chaos. I believe there's going to be a freedom from that. They will be wed to the Most High and cleared up. All this will be cleared up. And that's how some of the people look at it. Like my Mormon friend, she says that he's coming for his church. I know he channeled a song for the mothers, claiming the mothers. And so I do believe he's claiming it all, reconnecting it all. All the damage that this wacko did is being undone by the divine and all of their partners. It will be successful. You're going on an adventure, a new opportunity. These ones are longing for you, but they've been denied. And now they want to apologize. No pleasure seekers allowed. There's a difference between loving life and finding pleasure in the simplest thing, you know? Like I found pleasure when I saw a winged one dragging a spider, a dead spider. It's like the winged one got caught in the web or whatever. I don't even know how that happened. But I was out in the woods and I saw this winged one dragging a spider, like 3 times its size. And I just watched it, and it was going and going and going, and it would stop and rest, and then it would go and go and go. And it was just dragging this thing. I thought that was pretty significant. See, that's a simple pleasure. It's like that's communication. It's like, what's happening here? Okay, the winged ones are dragging away the spiders that suck the life and vitality out of stuff. The winged ones are here. The angels are not putting up with it. And they're being led by the divine. These Hierophant reverse and their mother or whoever they've been working with, they're losing everything. There's a divorce. They've been severed because they have been seen to be a liar. A betrayer by the Lord. You have expanded in consciousness and awareness throughout this trial. You have elevated, I believe, into earth angel status. You have elevated, you have risen up. Like these ones wanted to put you down and shove you into the grave. They wanted to block your mind off, bury you in misery and pain, and turn you into this crazy mofo who just goes out and steals and does whatever is necessary to put a piece of food in your mouth or whatever. We got a lot of people panhandling. They have reduced people. Into shame. Purposely. When their job was to lift people and to keep them in harmony. They're going to be imprisoned for what they did to the innocent. This priest will suffer a misfortune. They are an enemy of love. The Lord is clearing this up. And they're surprised. It was all about the money for them. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles. You're coming into your inheritance. These ones are disappointed that they can't have it. The truth is here with the Ace of Swords about their secrets and what they were doing to gain abundance through you, limitless beings. And justice is being served. Justice is being served on liars, on falseness. See, there's a lot of this stuff. Be careful of what you say. Be careful of what you say. Only say this. And then they've got people pretending to be such and such because they don't want to screw up. Like they're afraid. They put fear into people about authenticity and transparency according to their own heart song and output into the world. They've made people afraid to be authentic. And they led them down a path of falseness. So judgment is being called. They didn't let people express themselves authentically and transparently. But you are fearless. You told them, Bafangu, I'm going to be me. I'm not swallowing your fear. I'm not swallowing your trauma. I'm going to transmute and rise. And you did. And you got your Nine of Cups here. Your Ten of Pentacles, your Nine of Cups. And those chasers who were chasing after your wealth, your abundance that you earned through rising, through severe trauma and pain and abuse, they're under judgment. They need to get ready. This thief has received the letter. They're under judgment. They got to get ready. They want to come forward now and tell the truth. By lying, I ripped us apart. Yeah, you did. Okay? Now what? There's no now what. There is simply what it is. Widower. Professional widower. Somebody who provided a service of making people widowers. They're under judgment. There's a reckoning. They have to atone for this. They're asking for forgiveness. But they have to surrender their need to control the caring connections in this realm between man and woman and child and their foundation and their security and stability. They have to surrender their need to control that. They're sighing because they don't have any hope. Like you had hope stripped from you, but you refused to let it go. They don't have any hope because they've lost their connection to the Most High. They have been found to betray not only those that they were left in to guide, but they tried to claim the identity of the Most High. And then they brutalized life here, wearing the skin suit and the voice of the Father. They brutalized the mother and her children. Demasculating her husband, her men. You have something to look forward to. This is cheerful. This is a cheerful time. This is coming to an ending. You can celebrate. This is coming to an ending. Everybody's talking about it. Or there might be conversation going on with this merchant, some sort of a message that has a scholar in sorrow. This soldier has to go on a journey. And I was told fodder. I didn't say so-and-so is going to be fodder. I just was told the word fodder. So as far as I know, these ones will be fodder. Their consciousness will become fodder. Their mind is going to be sick. The entities that they sent after you to destroy your faith, your belief in yourself, your self-worth, your self-value, your knowledge, your awareness, your memory, your ability to remember. Those who parasited your mind and deteriorated it as fodder for whatever god they were serving, wrapped up in your emotional body and your energy. They were feasting on all of it, and now they are going to be fodder. They will have to undergo this. There's a friend of a wife who is faithful. Or maybe the wife of the Lord is faithful. And a friend. And these ones are in despair. They're sick for the services that they provided against the mother. They need consolation. They're in despair. The Lord has exonerated the mother from this circumstance. She has been freed of the guilt and the shame and the blame that these ones put upon her. He has claimed her and exonerated her from this crap. And they're in despair. They lied on the Lord's wife, who is a sweetheart in the house now. Doing some good work. Reclaiming this fortune. This reunion between the Lord and his wife is reclaiming this fortune, and it's coming back to the people. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and shut this one off. This is the current update for the circumstance on a macro, as far as I can see, regarding what some perceive religion and some perceive spirituality. The Lord is united with his wife, the sweetheart. They lied on her bad. She was never a third-party hoe bag. See you on the next one, everybody.